What's up, YouTube? Can you feel it? Can you tell? Do you feel the shift? I mean, wow, shit has shifted. What's up, everybody? My name is D, and together we are Guiding D-Light. Yeah, so just sitting back and pondering and reminiscing, like, wow, it got 20 degrees cooler today. Just absolute beautiful day out here in Ohio, and my son turned 10 years old today. Just a great time reminiscing what's taking place over the last 4 years and stepping into that lack and disbelief and empowerment, right? Coming into my power, true empowerment, and stepping into abundance has been quite a magical experience, right? Yes, there's still a little bit of strife, but the fluidity of life once you take control of your thoughts and you live life, right? More to come on that later on in the video. Just want to get out here and tell you guys you're awesome, right? You don't realize the true power and potential you have, right? So when we go into places, right? Old energy would say we have to cloak, we have to put the invisible cloak on. We got to shield our energy, right? You don't have to. You just go out there as a shining bright light, right? And you just bug zap things. And being out there, having that compassion, smiling, carrying on, and letting other people pick up on that energy, right? And give good people good vibes, right? The frequency coming off the heart lately, the last couple of days, has just been zoom. It's like true appreciation, but in the same sense, uplifting others in normal day situations. So you don't have to cloak. You don't have to shield yourself, right? You don't even have to amp yourself up. All you have to do is just walk into the place, be aware, right? Let your thoughts go. Be present, right? Don't be worrying about the past, especially, right? Don't get stuck in the future, right? Because it's coming, but it's not here yet, right? So if we can allow ourselves to be present, right? Let's say the power's in the now, right? But in the same sense, being present, right? It's not necessarily about being in the now. It's more or less being present in certain situations where you need to be present, right? You can't have your head up in the sky 24/7. Well, you can, but that could cause some mental illness and some very big imbalances, disabilitating energies. How do I know? I've been there, right? Mentally pretty much lost it. So, with that said, we're moving on. Hope you guys are doing well. Little card pool here. Got the beautiful Energy Oracle deck yet again. So we're going to see what these energies look like for the rest of this week and this weekend coming up. Which, oh, by the way, football season. I mean, come on. That's another good thing, guys. You got to have something to distract yourself, right? Because if you're staying into the seeking and obtaining information mode, right, then you kind of put your personal stuff on pause, which is necessary at times. But in the same sense, if you put all that energy into like a hobby or a career and you apply yourself, right, you be the best that you can be, right? Put the best hand forward. Once you do that, that's when God's hand reaches out and pulls you up, right? You're showing commitment. You're showing readiness, right? So seeking, stop, do something that's going to inspire you, something that's going to keep your mind flowing, right? Obviously a hobby, but it could be something simple as taking a walk, right? Getting out and putting yourself in a different situation and just sitting there not advancing yourself, right? It's a tough one. I know it is. Because you want to learn and you want to absorb and you want to keep carrying on, right? But if you can focus on something that's going to better you, right? It's not really on the outside of things, right? So when you focus on your career, focus on obtaining something to bring more abundance in your life. If the focus stays on that attraction's so much better. And as you're focused on it and doing the things to obtain it, more information, more downloads come in, and you can process it better because you're not fully in the clouds, right? So be a little grounded. Don't get lost. definitely poke up in the clouds, but remind yourself you are on heaven and there's really no other place you have to be, right? So, we got one card to pop out here. Let's get another one. So yeah, things have been good. Hope they're being good for you. All right, well, here we go. 7th or 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So really turning that third eye on, right? If you look right here, the mark of the beast, mark of the beast. So using your third eye and helping discern and come into your integrity, right? So we got the sixth chakra, Archangel Megatron. So our clarity is going to be coming and arising, right? Victory. Ha! Who don't love that card, right? So just soak it in. We've had a shift. We're in a victory formation where energies are just coming beautifully rolling in. Bam. Get on the temple path. Quit following the conspiracy theories. Quit doing weird shit that's confusing your thought patterns. Get on the inner temple path. Keep going within. Find that special something within yourself, right? So if you get on the temple path, what's that going to help you do? Bottom of the deck, walking away. So we got to walk away from what no longer serves us, right? We're walking away. We're stepping into new abundance. We're walking away from limited belief systems. We're walking away from lack. We're also walking away from having to feel like we have to tell everybody, right? We're just going to stay you, stay true, right? So we're walking away. We're walking to the temple path. Once we hit the temple path, we realize there's victory there because the temple is already within, right? The codes are there. Use your third eye. Use your intuition to see and believe, right? Because seeing is believing. So see the magnificence inside you, right? Realize how powerful you are in certain situations and how you just radiate good vibes out, right? Notice how you can come into a quiet room, not say anything, just kind of look at your phone and just be. And then feel the room rise up to try to come up to your level, right? Instead of you dipping down into everybody else's soup, right? That mucky muck that nobody wants to be in, right? So instead of coming down into the muck, raise them out of the muck. Right? How do you do that? Keep your thoughts clear. Know the temple path. Because once you have the temple path, walking away is easy because you've got victory. You've achieved this before. Most of you. Us old souls out there are like, what's next? Where are we going from here, right? It's very ironic. We become enlightened, right? We turn on our energy bodies. We start learning higher dimensions of frequency and vibration, right? We dip into that. We reach into a higher level of consciousness. We expand our processing speeds, right? We upgrade our computer systems, if you will. And the next thing you know, we've got an algorithm running through us that's just pure creator source code. Right, that God code, God source. And it's just beautiful. So I radiate that from me to you. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. I had one more little tidbit I wanted to get to. Yeah, learning how magnificent you are and understanding the power that radiates off you is definitely key. Keep that in mind. Also learn how when you're around chaos, if you stay calm and don't get into the chaos, how things quickly calm back down, right? It's easy to get lost in the chaos and just add a little bit of chaos yourself, but step back and try not to put the chaos in there. Wait for the opportunity to alleviate it, right? So we already talked about going over hobbies, the true magnificence of you. What was it? Man, It was hotter than a hot minute, right? So glad it's cooled off. Just beautiful times right now. You know, reaching that temple path, you have to hold yourself accountable, right? And as you hold yourself accountable, as you come up in your understanding and your knowledge, right? As those build, you're building a foundation, right? So to think we want to use our third eye, yeah, everybody wants their third eye on, right? But can you see some of the BS that really happens behind the scene without having an emotional response, right? So to be able to control your emotions and your thoughts and be proud of who you are, right? Be you. The more we can do that, the bigger the foundation is. So when we want to step into some of these esoterical things, when we want to understand higher dimensions, when we want to understand the flow of the energy through the body and just vibrate the whole body, we have a foundation there that's going to encourage it, right? And it's going to strengthen it, right? Because I know for me, when I was starting out, I wanted everybody to understand, and nobody could understand what I was going through, right? I didn't really understand that there was this many these gurus, right, and there were all these different books and stuff. This was an experience that was happening to me. It was all inner, right, inner temple. So I went through the inner me, and I found other things that radiate outside of me that are part of my beliefs and my truths, right? So as I did that, I always wanted to tell people and show people, but now stepping back a couple years, coming back in the compassion, right? You have to have respect for where they're at, right? So a good tip of advice is you don't have to join them in their stupidity, but you respect the stupidity that they are. So, long story short, if we stay true to ourselves and don't have to reach out for acknowledgement or recognition from our peers, our parents, our relatives, whoever's in that group that you call your people. so, your people. Oh, these guys from the 70s, I tell you what. But yeah, so understanding that, right, just staying in your truth and then watching you shine, watching your blossoming, watching your abundance, right? And then little codes break off of you, little tidbits here and there, they start picking up on, and then they start repeating things, right? We were sitting down at the dinner table this last week, and my dad was like, everything's vibration. I'm like, man, see, you're getting it, Dad. It's just cool. It's just cool. So we've been enjoying the rest of the summer. We got obviously some more swimming to do, but with these cooler nights, pool temperature is probably going to come down a little bit pretty quick. With that being said, we need to enjoy all we can, right? And just really rain out as much awesomeness as we can. I'm so excited. Football season's back. Like I said, to me, football helps keep my mind off it, right? Now, I don't get emotionally tied up like I did when I was young, right? I can remember when my team lost a big game, and I was like, wreck me, right? For like a day and a half. Like, I don't even care. The sun's not going to come up, right? Like, it was just like, my team lost, but not to get emotionally bound in it, but still be able to get in the excitement, right? Still feel the highs, but then don't bring lows because it's just a game, right? So is it simple with life, right? Stubbing your toe, instead of cussing and getting all crazy or exerting a bunch of energy, just, walk it off, right? Spill a cup of water. Just go get a towel and wipe it up, right? Don't expend that energy, right? I played this little game when I was kind of coming up through my ranks, if you will. I'm stepping out of that fear and that duality pull down, right? Of, oh my God, they can't find out, so let's make their life as chaos as possible. So they fold into chaos and then never want to try to find out. Fortunately for me, I was strong enough to, get out of chaos and find out. But as I was doing that, okay, apparently that's a personal story. As I was coming up, right, I didn't want to feed them, right? So I made it like if I get upset, if I get into fear, if I get into anger, right, I would feed it. So that's what I would say. Oh, guys, just stay positive, right? Right? It's not all light and love. We know that, right? There's a lot of dark things you got to go through, right? There's a dark night of your soul here to get out into your energy bodies, and then there's a dark night of your soul in your energy bodies. And then if you really want to go to number 3 of the dark nights, well, good luck to you, because that one maybe cause some mental instabilities. But a normal person in this life, if they drop the program, understand that everything has been a lie, and they allow themselves to dig through that and don't cast judgment against themselves and stay emotionally humble, very achievable. And once it is achieved, the juice gets turned up a little bit, right? More power comes great responsibilities. Obviously, there's a little bit of truth in that, as ironic as it is, right? So when we pull more juice, we can have more of a greater effect on things, right? So if you ever notice, if you're having a bad day, everybody around you's having a bad day. But if somebody else is having a bad day, you're still having a good day. There's a lot of people still having a good day, right? So it creates this jealousy thing, like, well, why can't I have a bad day, right? Been there, done that. That's been like the story of my life, I swear. But, even not awake, I used to tell people I just vibe at a higher frequency, right? I've always been full of compassion and just spark and excitement. So that's why we get on here. We share it out to you guys. Just know there's these little things that we can do if we understand and we keep our thoughts and we keep an intention with it, right? So I'm not going to get upset today, because when I get upset, it feeds the something inside me that allows me to get more upset, right? So instead of upset growing, right? I'm not going to get upset today. Shrinks. Do it for 30 days, it turns into a pea. Then you can just pick it and put it in your book bag, right? It sounds simple. I know how complex it can be, but hey, just look at yourself, right? You are your worst critic. You are your greatest teacher, right? When you can rely on your discernment, your intuition, and not rely upon other people giving you recognition and a participation award, right? When you can step back from that and you can come into your strength and realize no matter what anybody says, this is my belief, right? I know I'm going to achieve this because I've done this, this, and this. It's not even really a stair-step thing either, right? Let the Lord take your hand. Let the Lord show you the way, right? Or your guides, who are actually just higher aspects of you, right? It just gets so complex. The more I understand, right, the more I integrate in, but then in the same sense, the more lessons are there and available. Now, constantly upgrading and doing this and doing that, fine-tuning the duality aspects, right? And then jumping out into the zone, the sweet spot, right? Where just all the ascended masters already are, and like just hanging out in ascended master juice. Personally, I could stay there for the rest of my life. But coming back down here, after obtaining that energy, bringing that frequency down here, Magellan it. We're Magellan it. It's all humbleizing together. Now I can, right, spread out. Quantum entanglement is crazy, right? But if you're not quantumly entangled, then you have quantum control. If you have quantum control, you can take the wheel, right? You can drive the energy around you, okay? You can empower your field. You can bring in ancestor energy. You can bring in, angelical. You can bring in Nordic, whatever the flavor you want. I said Nordic, my higher self Nordic was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Whew. As always, drink water. Keep your intentions good. Water, guys, you got to get one of these. I was kind of a big fan pushing against them for a long time. Stainless steel. It's not quite as good as copper, but put your water in this before you go to bed. Wake up in the morning and drink it. Just put some ice in there. It'll still be kind of a little chilly, but it restructures itself while you sleep. So when you wake up, you have perfectly structured quantum energy, life force for your vessel. Pretty awesome. I'm also working on getting some bottoms for these guys. Little cups so we can put discs with the intuition booster, with the fat booster, metabolism booster, whatever we want to put in there. We can stack them on top of each other if we want. It's going to quantumly entangle the water to the intention. Whoa! There you go. See, when we really step back and we understand our power, we realize how hoodwinked we were, and we start moving through everything. But then we reach other plateaus and we forget about the simple basic stuff, like charging water, right? Another good one is clearing, right? Clear your car keys, clear your wallet, clear your cell phone. A piece of selenite, get you a nice big stick of selenite and just woof, 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 right? Just clear, right? And then when you get more powerful and you feel energy coming out of your hands, you can clear, right? And you can just feel like a whoo, right? For some reason, there's always a guy here and a guy here, right? And they're talking to you. You got to take them and go cross them. Send them out so they're not distracting you, right? But if you're still kind of coming in, you'll feel different pulls on the body, different pain areas, right? That's a quantum entanglement almost 9 times out of 10. Now, it could be a quantum entanglement within yourself or somebody else, or another quantum entanglement that's already entangled into the field of the quantum. Yeah. As always, it's definitely interesting and different being able to see it. But I was feeling it, and I was coming through my intuition and my discernment without seeing it. So I've been there, right? I feel your pain. I know your struggle. But you got to have the intention, right? And then there's be careful what you wish for, right? I wanted it all. All came real fast. It's pretty hard to take in, right? Didn't want to go to work. Felt like I couldn't blend in with society. I'm so different. People just don't understand me, right? Moving past all those limited beliefs. Right? Getting back into the workforce career, right? Watching it expand over 3 years, right? Almost quadruplified my income. Quantumized it, right? Stepping into the abundance, right? So we got to have awesomeness just pulling out of our veins, right? As one buddy says, you got to be rad. If you're rad, it makes everything else rad. And the radder you are, the radder everything else is, the radder everything can be, right? So if we keep basic concepts of I'm developing, right? Affirmations are great. But without the action with the affirmation, all your affirmations are delusions. Right? So that's what I'm saying. If you can find something to get compassionate about. My little thing lately has been, I want to get a couple things for my new truck, right? So like doing reviews, focusing on it, like, what if I do this? What if I do that, right? And that's keeping my creative side going a little bit versus thinking about what's going on out here that I can't control. Right? And in the end, it probably won't even matter because we'll be teleporting in no time, right? So, but let's enjoy the fruits of our labor, right? This is such a good time to still be humble and compassionate. Like I said, with the kid turning 10 today, double digits, it's just made me come back into this. Oh my goodness, like my family has grown and there's been so much development in these 4 years, right? 4 years is no time, right? If you've spent 4 years on your computer researching and trying to figure out who you are, and you haven't put any effort or any power into being you, right? You haven't made it very far. But that's okay. We can understand that. Let's make a decision now that I'm going to empower myself and I'm going to set myself up for the abundance that I deserve, right? Having the affirmation with the action. That's what I really want to get out there, guys. Affirmation with the action. Don't turn your affirmations into delusions, okay? There's a transmutation. If there's anything left sticking on you on this video, just go ahead and breathe it out. Remember, we're walking away. We're letting everything go that no longer serves us, and we're just breathing in that liquid gold, everything that does serve us. And we're filling up new pockets of energy within our bodies as we release that old. We create such a temple path that's so pure because we know who we are, right? We are breathing in the God essence. We are breathing out everything that no longer serves us. So powerful and so easy in itself, right? I love it. Just absolutely love it. I love you guys. Thanks so much for all your support. I appreciate meeting you guys. We're awesome. So let's stay awesome. Let's be vibrant. Let's just walk around beaming love, like a little Care Bear stare type shit, right? And let's just be the greatest versions we came here to be, right? Let's be the leading example. Let's be the shiny note that makes them all sing. Oh, I was like, can I get a hallelujah? Woo! Love you guys. As always, be you, stay true. Till next time, guys. Peace.